Happy holidays and Merry Christmas from Robert's Sports Show. Welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, NFL Week 17 is upon us, the last week of the regular season. A lot of playoff scenarios going on here. First game, we have the 3-12 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 8-7 Houston Texans. If Houston wins and then Baltimore loses, San Diego loses, Houston's in the playoffs, which will be remarkable with the season that J.J. Watt has had and Houston Texans winning this and going 9-7 and making the playoffs. There will be all kinds of talk of J.J. Watt being the NFL MVP. Houston is actually favored by 9.5 at home. The points are 41. I'm taking Houston to win. They'll cover the 9.5 and taking the under on the 41. Next, we have the 10-5 Indianapolis Colts, the winners of the AFC South the winners of the AFC South versus the 2-13 Tennessee Titans. Indy's favored by 7. Points are 46.5. Indy has nothing to play for. They can't move up and get a first-round bye. They win their division. They're going to host the first-round playoff game. There's zero here for Indy to do. My advice is sit Andrew Luck, keep T.Y. Hilton out another game. I'm taking Tennessee to win this, and I'll give them the 7 points. I'm taking the over on the 46.5. The 7-8 Cleveland Browns, Johnny Footballless Cleveland Browns. He's hurt, out for the rest of the season. Versus the 9-6 Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore's favored by 9 at home. If Baltimore wins, they clinch a playoff spot. Baltimore needs to win. They need San Diego to lose or tie to clinch a playoff spot, or Baltimore tie and San Diego loss. The points are 42.5. Taking Baltimore to win, cover the 9, taking the under on the 42.5. We got the 8-7 Buffalo Bills versus the 12-3 New England Patriots. The Patriots are favored by 5 at home. The points are 44.5. New England's already clinched the first round bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. I'm taking Buffalo to win on the road. I think Brady will sit. I think Belichick should sit everybody, and I give Buffalo to win on that. I'll give them the 5, and it'll be the under on the 44.5. We have the battle of the first team to have their head coach fired. We have the 3-12 New York Jets. Rex Ryan definitely gone. We have the 8-7 Miami Dolphins. There's talk of the head coach there staying. I mean, we'll see what happens. Miami's favored by 5.5. I am taking Miami to win this. I'm taking the under on the 41.5. Next, we have the 6-8-1 Carolina Panthers versus the 6-9 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's favored by 4 at home. 47.5 is the points. If Carolina wins, they clinch the NFC South division. If Atlanta wins, they clinch the AFC South division. If it ties for some reason, Carolina would win on the tiebreaker. So you'll definitely have a division winner, 2 games under 500. Yeah, that's pathetic in this day and age. You're going to have a 10-6 team in the same conference not make the fucking playoffs. We have the 5-10 Chicago Bears versus the 6-9 Minnesota Vikings. Chicago's a train wreck right now. I know the head coach is gone. The GM will probably be gone. Cutler will be traded. They're just going to have to completely start over there. They got Alshon Jeffries. They got Brandon Marshall. They got Forte. They got Greg Olsen. They got plenty of pieces in place. They get a good head coach in there. They get a top flight quarterback. They can take that team all the way to the NFC Championship game next year, hopefully. But they need a frontline starter like an Eli Manning, or even possibly a Sam Bradford if he comes back healthy. Or maybe there's another quarterback out there they can go get, maybe a Brian Hoyer or somebody like that. All they got to do is manage the ball and get the ball to the weapons. But Minnesota, hopefully they get Adrian Peterson back next year. I would like to see AP go on somewhere else and kind of get his past behind him and move forward. Minnesota's favored by 6.5. I'm taking Minnesota to win. I'm taking the under on the 44 points. All right, next we have the 9-6 San Diego Chargers versus the 8-7 Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's favored by 2.5 at home. The points are 45. Pretty simple scenarios here. San Diego wins. They're in. San Diego tie and the Baltimore loss or tie. San Diego's in. Kansas City wins. They got in order to clinch the playoff spot, they got to win. And the Baltimore loss and the Houston loss or tie. I'm taking Kansas City to win that. We got giving the under on the 45 points, the under, and taking the 2.5 points, giving them the 2.5. Philly at 9-6 versus the 6-9 New York Football Giants. Giants are favored by 3 at home. The points are 52. Philly just been putting up points this year. Here we are, and unfortunately, 9-6 team that will not make the playoffs. They were eliminated last week. I think the only thing the Giants got going for them, they just need to kind of get a win under their belt going into the next year. Who knows what kind of changes will be in New York. I know Eli is a free agent. He's going to resign. Is he going somewhere else? Is Coughlin coming back? Obviously, the 2 Super Bowls that they have together would make you think they're coming back. They got Odell Beckham. Oh my God, a phenomenal future receiver. Obviously, he's doing great right now. Missed the first 4 games, still had a magnificent season. Give him for 16 games in the NFL next year, and watch out, he'll be probably one of the top receivers next year. I'm giving Philly to win on this. The Chip Kelly offense, I don't think the Giants defense can stop him. I'll give them the 3 points and taking the under on the 52. The 11-4 Dallas Cowboys versus the 4-11 Washington Redskins. Dallas is favored by 7. The points are at 50. If Dallas wins, or excuse me, Dallas is the NFC East champion. To get home field advantage, they need to win, and an Arizona-Detroit loss, a Seattle win, and a Detroit-Green Bay tie. Yeah. For a first-round bye, Dallas needs to win, and a Seattle-Arizona loss or tie. Dallas win or Detroit-Green Bay tie, a Seattle loss, and an Arizona loss, and a Dallas win. Got all that? Yeah, it gets more complicated than that as we go forward. I'm taking Dallas to win to go 12-4. If you ever watch Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN2 and ESPN Radio, Mike Golick had a bet with one of the guys that works there. I can't remember his name. Yeah, about Dallas getting, I want to say 11 wins was what it was. It was either 10 or 11 wins. And if Dallas got to that, Golick had to pay for that guy to go to a playoff game. So Golick's going to have to pay up that bet. He lost the bet to Greeny with Notre Dame and Northwestern. So Golick is batting 1,000 on these bets he's losing. So it's kind of neat to see Dallas win that and have Mike Golick, having that bet on, like I said, Mike and Mike in the morning, seeing that bet, and he listened to it and kind of laughing at it. And, obviously he lost. So that Dallas Cowboy fan gets to go to a Dallas playoff game on Mike Golick's tab. I got Dallas to win that by 7. I'm taking the over on the 50 points. We have the 6-9 New Orleans Saints versus the 2-13 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. New Orleans is favored by 4. 46.5 is the points. I'm taking the Saints to win. They've been actually pretty decent on the road this year. Just a little bit better than they were at home. Tampa Bay, they're just fighting for that #1 draft pick. My advice to them would be go after one of the defensive guys out there. Go get Jay Cutler. And I think Lovie Smith can do well with Jay Cutler. Next game we have part of the game of the weekend for the NFC North title with the 11-4 Detroit Lions versus the 11-4 Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is favored by 7.5 at home. The points are at 48. This is for the title, ladies and gentlemen, the NFC North. I am taking Green Bay to win. Here's all the scenarios with this one. If Detroit wins, they clinch the NFC North with a win or a tie. For home field advantage, they need a Detroit win, a Seattle and Arizona loss. Detroit tie, and Arizona, Seattle, Dallas loss. For a first round bye, Detroit win, Detroit tie, Dallas loss, Seattle, Arizona loss. Green Bay needs to win for the NFC North. For home field, they need a Seattle loss and a Green Bay win. Plain and simple there. I'm picking Green Bay to win at home. Speaking of the Seattle Seahawks, we have the 6-9 St. Louis Rams going into the 11-4 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 13 at home. Obviously, Seattle is one of the toughest places to play in football. That 12th man they got up there. If Seattle wins, if they win the NFC West. And then to do that, they need to either 1 and win, 2 a Seattle tie, an Arizona loss or tie, or an Arizona loss. Favored by 13, 41 points. I'm taking the under on that. I'm picking the Rams to win. Straight up, no points. But I'm taking the under on the 41 overall points. Seattle, for home field advantage, they need to win. Detroit, Green Bay, not tie. They need a Seattle win, Dallas loss, Seattle tie, Arizona loss, Dallas loss, Green Bay, Detroit tie. For a first round bye, they need to win. I don't think they're getting any of that. I think they're going to lose to St. Louis. I think they're underappreciating what St. Louis has done this year. I think St. Louis will get the win here and be third straight year under Jeff Fisher, going 7-9. Next, we have the 11-4 Arizona Cardinals going into the 7-8 San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are favored by 6 at home. 49ers are such a train wreck right now. Is Jim Harbaugh leaving or not? Is Alden Smith out getting drunk at Ray McDonald or not? Did they rape this girl or not? San Francisco really, is Kaepernick a NFL quarterback or not? There's a lot of or nots in San Francisco right now. I think Jim Harbaugh is leaving, and why not Rex Ryan go to San Francisco? He wants out of New York, just swap coast. Jim Harbaugh goes to Michigan for $8 million a year. Rex Ryan goes to San Francisco. There you go. I solved that for everybody. I see the 49ers upsetting the Cardinals here. There's so many scenarios for the Cardinals to win the NFC. They got to win to win for the NFC title, the NFC West title. Arizona needs to win. A Seattle loss. Arizona lost and a Seattle loss. So if 49ers upset the Cardinals and the Rams upset the Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals will be NFC West champions. For home field advantage, an Arizona win, a Seattle loss, and a Green Bay loss. An Arizona tie, Seattle loss, Dallas loss, Green Bay Detroit tie, or an Arizona win and a Seattle loss. A lot of scenarios out there. I got 49ers winning by 6 at home and under the 37 points. We have the 3-12 Oakland Raiders versus the 11-4 Denver Broncos. Denver's favored by 14.5. Denver's already clinched the AFC West. All they're looking for now is a first-round bye. To get that first-round bye, they need a win, or they need a Denver tie and a Cincinnati loss or tie. They need a Cincinnati loss and a Cincinnati tie and Indy win. I think I think Denver's going to win. They're going to blow out Oakland. I give them the 14.5, so they're going to blow by 2 touchdowns, if not more. I think Peyton Manning will become Peyton Manning again instead of this guy we've seen the last couple weeks. All right, next we have the Monday night game. We have the 10-4-1 Cincinnati Bengals versus the 10-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is favored by 3.5. This is for the AFC North, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Football, what better can you get? Division on the line, playoff scenarios on the line. With a win, Cincinnati wins. Either win or tie, Cincinnati wins the AFC North. Pittsburgh wins, they win the NFC North. For a first round bye, Cincinnati, they need a win and a Denver loss or tie. They need a tie, a Denver loss, and an Indy loss. So, quite a few scenarios there. Week 17 of the NFL season. That will wrap up the video for this week. Look forward to the playoff videos coming up. Obviously, first of the year, I got some special things I want to do. Obviously, if you notice, got a little different studio going on here. I want to thank B Daddy J for the new camera and for the program. I want to thank J-Man there, Pro Wrestling Pulse, for everything he's done for me. So hopefully here, first of the year, once I get the new program figured out, I'm going to be able to do some different things with video and production and whatnot. And I want to throw out a happy holidays to all the NFL prognosticators out there. Gio, all you guys. And I'm kind of new to this year, and Gio's kind of brought me in, kind of helped me out a little bit, give me some advice and stuff. I appreciate that. BDJ Productions the same way. Brian and Jason there. So hopefully everybody has a good holiday season with their families. Enjoy family time. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone, and have a spiffy Christmas day.